Gervais, we've had a fax. There's a guy, he's desperate for our help. I'm not going to deny it. He's desperate. He's a desperate man, Gervais.
What?
Basically, the situation is this. He's got a small boat, and he's got to row it across a river.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, that might seem straightforward enough. Okay, but this fella has to take with him, Gervais, a fox, a chicken, and a big bag of seed.
Right.
Well, he's got a nightmare problem.
Why? He's just put, wait, what? Why?
Well,
So he puts
because,
the seed.
no, listen, because the boat is only big enough for him and one of those items at any one time.
It's only, it can get in it.
He can get in it.
And any one of those other items.
Any one of those other items.
Fine. He takes the bag of seed over, rows it over, dumps that the other side.
I'll stop you there, Gervais.
What?
You've embarrassed yourself.
Why?
While he's happily rowing across with that bag of seed.
Yeah.
On the riverbank there.
Yeah.
Chicken, fox, bloodbath.
I've got to ask you something here, right? This boat is small, yeah?
It's a small boat.
So he can fit any one of those things in, yeah? So am I to assume that the chicken is the same size as the fox, is the same size as the bag?
It's a big chicken.
So it's the same size as the fox, which is the same size as the bag?
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Then why is he worried about it being a bloodbath? Surely the chicken can look after itself. If it's weight for weight, it's the same as the fox.
No, well, no, what are you talking about? Chicken, fox? I mean, you put a chicken in a fox, arm-to-arm combat.
Well, that's a very good reason. The average fox is like 2 stone.
Yeah.
The average chicken is 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Scale that up. Imagine what a 2-stone chicken looked like with a nasty beak and talons.
I'm not saying it's not a big chicken. That is a given, all right? But you pit that chicken against a fox. Maybe that chicken's been taking that fox on all over the place, you know. They could have been on trains together, do you know what I mean, sharing hotel rooms. The chicken's knackered, all right? All I'm saying is, that guy, right, while he's rowing across that bag of seed, he cannot leave that chicken.
Okay, fine. So is there a chicken, fox, bag of seed, all the same size, all the same weight.
That's
they
right.
all weigh 2 stone.
That's right.
Okay. Why couldn't he just like, okay, I'm assuming he's rowing, so he's got some give.
Yeah.
Right, why can't he have the bag of seed under his knees, right, and the chicken just sort of flapping?
He can't.
Sort of like off.
Gervais, he can.
Why not?
He just can't. There's no... Do you know what I mean? He doesn't... Look, the point is, right, this guy has contacted us.
Yeah.
He's desperate for our help.
All right, okay.
So he thinks... Do you know what I mean?
All right, okay, shut up. Right, okay, forget it then, right. So he's got the fox chicken in there. So, okay then, he takes the fox over, no bloodbath, drops that off,
wait a minute,
What?
Gervais' embarrassment.
What?
Chicken?
Yeah.
Big bag of seed?
Yeah.
That chicken's going to eat that bag of seed faster than
Hold on, this bag of seed, presumably some sort of like hemp material, maybe sacking.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that chicken's huge. Got a huge, great, claws, talons.
So it would rip it apart, would it?
It'd be terrible.
So it could open the bag of seed?
Yes, it could.
Okay.
But it couldn't compete with that fox. Let me just, get that straight.
Okay, so he takes the chicken over.
Yeah.
Jumps that off. No, he can leave the fox with the bag of seed, can't he?
That's not a problem, because, seed and fox.
Yeah.
Fox is not interested in seed, Gervais.
Comes back.
Yeah.
Brings the fox back. Dumps the fox with the seed, yeah?
All right, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Comes back.
Wait a minute, so what, hang on, maybe you're onto something here. Wait.
It goes over.
He's taken the seed. No, he can't take the seed. No, he hasn't
he's taken the fox.
He's taken the fox.
Left the chicken with the seed.
No, hang on, what? But you said he's taken...
He's taken the
fox.
He's taken the fox over.
No, he's taken the chicken over.
He's taken the chicken over.
The fox and the seed.
Yeah, which is fine.
That's okay.
Leaves the chicken there. Then he comes back.
All right. He takes what? He takes the...
No. Then he comes back and stays where he was. He doesn't want the chicken. He keeps the fox and the seed and doesn't worry about the chicken. And doesn't go home. Don't go home. Just don't go home. I've solved it. So he can't leave the fox with the chicken.
No.
He can't leave the chicken... He can't leave the fox with the chicken because, despite the fact that this is like a Man Mountain Tyson of a piece of poultry, weighing in at approximately 4 stone 8, right? He can't leave that with a fox, because maybe it's had one fight too many, right?
Yeah.
It should have retired a lot earlier, I think.
I know, I agree.
There was a day when it could take on a wolf.
Yeah. The point is, the situation is that there's only room in that boat for one of those items, all right? You ain't going to leave that fox with that chicken.
No.
Bath, all right?
No.
You can't leave the chicken with the seed, all right? Because, you know, that chicken's going to be that seed. Well, he's, you know, you don't have to, it's just, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest. All right? So that's the situation. He asked you for your help, and all you've done is sort of, you know, ask him questions, being a little bit contemptuous of the whole matter.
Hold on. He takes the chicken over, dumps the chicken, comes back, takes the fox over,
right,
ties it up against a tree.
Gervais, there might not be any trees.
Where is this river?
there might not be trees. I don't know. It could be a built-up area, an industrial area. There are no trees. All right, you can't take that kind of risk.
Hold on, wait a minute. So, okay, right, I've got this, right. So it's either a rural area where there would be a gatepost or a tree or something, right? Or it's a built-up area where presumably there will be a wall to pop that seed on when you take and the chicken can lump. Sorry, of course, it's not only a boxing heavyweight champion chicken, it's a gymnast with a pole vault, isn't it?
I'd say, Gervais, you're just being contemptuous of this poor man. Do you know what I mean? He's phoned us, right? Now, I don't know what his situation
is. Well, I don't know why he's got a fox, a chicken and a bag of seed.
Maybe he's a farmer.
A farmer? Oh, so he gets a fox, the mortal enemy of every farmer. Why would he get a fox? Why would he have a fox?
And it could be a pet, it could be...
Why has he only got one chicken?
Maybe... Well, it's a big chicken.
Yeah, but if... Hold on, wait a minute, I've got to do this, wait a minute. Then.
What?
Because if he hasn't got like a piece of string, or the fox isn't on a lead, or the chicken hasn't got his beak taped up so it can't get to the seed, or the seed hasn't been put in some sort of decent bag. Wait a minute, how is he keeping them apart at the moment?
Let me just say this, I've spoken to the man on the phone, he's a desperate man, alright? Yeah. I've asked him this very same question.
Right.
Alright, he's in a phone box, alright? He's got the chicken in there with him, and that chicken's massive, do you know what I mean? He can barely breathe, feathers everywhere.
Is that 8 stone chicken, isn't it?
It's a big chicken, right? It's the biggest they do. And outside, we've got the bag of seed, alright, which is equally as big. We've got the fox as well. Now, that fox don't like the seed, so we're okay. But the number of people walking by outside that phone box trying to steal that seed,
right.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy. He's shouting at the box, he's on the phone to me. It's hellish for him. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes, I really wouldn't. Oh, it's nightmarish. It's nightmarish.
This chicken, right, this 8 stone chicken, right, does it put its head in the sand at all?
What should we talk about?
I just had a theory then.
No.
Okay.
You know. And, I mean, to get to this situation, it's been a nightmare for him. He's been hiking. He's had the seed strapped to his back.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a chicken under one eye and a fox on the other. It's just, people aren't going to be... He's been hitchhiking. There were people just driving by. They weren't going to pick him up.
I wouldn't stop him out. He must look ridiculous. But I still can't get over the fact why he's just got... If he's a farmer, a fox... a bag of seed and a chicken.
He's spoken to me, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't... The point is, he's phoned us because he doesn't want us to ask those tricky questions, all right?
Right.
He wants this solved.
There's
no questions asked.
There's something dodgy
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think I want to be a part of it.
Well, it makes you wonder.
Hold on a minute. He's calling you, so presumably he's in central London.
Well, he has to be in London, otherwise he wouldn't be able to hear the show, yeah.
Right, okay, so he's in London.
Yeah.
What river is he crossing, Steve?
Well, the Thames, presumably.
Right. There are bridges.
Gervais, problem solved.
26.
26. Quite a fit bloke?
Yeah.
Are you good looking?
Well, what is... I don't understand. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just a nice guy, you know. I've seen, like, those things where, like, at Christmas, they go out and give, like, old people, like, 100 quid and that, and, you know, have people's dreams come true. So,
you wouldn't just give away beer.
Well, of course I would.
You wouldn't just give away beer.
Of course I would. Why wouldn't I? I will give you 4 cans of beer, okay, and £5. Just give me your address, mate. I'll be round.
But you could be a nutter. You could be anyone.
That's the chance you've got to take for beer. Isn't that... Wouldn't you kick yourself if you said, no, I don't want the beer, he might be a nutter, and then you found out you could have had some free beer and lived?
Yeah, but you don't take a chance for beer, do you? You just walk into a pub.
Well, obviously you don't know. You don't know me because I take a chance for beer. Yeah, 4 cans of beer, mate.
For what? I just give you my address.
Yeah.
And you send me the beer.
Yeah.
No. It just doesn't work like that.
Have you got a girlfriend?
It does not work like that.
Have you got a girlfriend?
What? Is this what you do? Is this how you do things? You sort of ring people up and just, like, get them into a thing about beer and then start getting your kicks or something? Is this what you do?
Would you want me to get some kicks?
Well, I don't know. Are you the sort of person that just rings people, like, phone, you know, and I'll pick up the phone and think I'm doing someone a favour, and then there's all this...
Right,
I don't know what you're doing.
In good faith, right, I'll give you my address, right? My name's Ricky, okay, and I'm at 97 Charlotte Street. You come round, I'll give you the beer.
What? Why? What for? I just don't understand. I don't understand what's with them. It's never like this. There's always something behind it. There's always something behind it. It's never just straight down the line.
You like a beer, yeah?
Everyone I like it. Of course I like a beer.
With your mates, presumably?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon if you got to know me, we'd probably be mates. Yeah, and we'd have a beer together. No, wait. I reckon if you got to know me, right, we'd be friends, yeah, and then we'd have a beer, wouldn't we?
Have you got that few mates that you need? I think I'm doing someone a favour. Just, you know, might be something important. They've got and then you're trying to, like, lure me into being your mate with free beer.
Well, come round. 97 Charlotte Street, come round.
So you're saying a fiver and beers to come round to your place?
And I've got no one here. I've got no one here. Come alone.
I'm not surprised you got no one there.
Come alone, or bring your girlfriend.
You're a nutter. You're an absolute nutter, mate. You're trying to get people round your house with beer and money. There's like a word for that.
Go on, what is the word?
But it's like sort of beer prostitution. It's like luring people in. It's unbelievable.
Right, I'll meet you halfway.
I don't know. I like a beer. Everyone likes a beer.
Right. Okay. I know that.
I don't like this.
Okay. Joking aside, what's your address, mate?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you this. Why would? That's my place. That's where I live. Yeah.
Yeah.
If people come, I invite them.
Right.
People come, I invite them. Not people not just because they're going to drop off some beer.
Four cans of beer.
It just doesn't happen. Things like this just don't happen.
Look. Let's settle this now. You come round to my place, okay? Wait. Bring your girlfriend so you feel safe. I've got no one here. I'm by myself. You come round. We have a laugh. We play a few games.
It's not going to happen.
And we have a few drinks. We drink some of the beer, but some of the beer I'll pour over you and your girlfriend.
Oh, that's it, mate.
I can't believe it. It started again.
What?
It's all kicked off again.
What?
Oh, look, do you read this on the paper today?
No.
Kevin Keegan.
Yeah.
Right, he's the new head of England.
Yeah.
Well,
Head of
apparently,
England, yeah.
Apparently, right, in some previous involvement he had with football players, he sent them to see a spiritualist.
Oh, God.
And the FA are really concerned. They think it's going to be another Hoddle debacle. That seems all that nonsense about reincarnation.
That is
all
nonsense. It's absolute
Well, no,
rubbish.
don't slag off reincarnation.
Why?
Oh, no, I was reincarnated.
What do you mean you were reincarnated?
Yeah, I had a previous life.
What?
Guess who I was in a previous life?
Go on.
I was that little short midget bloke from Different Strokes.
It's not a midget.
As good as.
And he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I made a mistake. You remember that fella in Different Strokes with the grey hair?
He's still alive. Why are you obsessed with being
Who
someone
was that little fella in Fantasy Island?
Oh,
little
Tattoo.
dwarf.
Deplain.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
I'll be him.
You weren't him. Actually, joking aside, there was a story in the papers about this bloke, yeah? He was in Sheffield, and he reckoned he was reincarnated.
Right.
And you know what he was in a previous life? A cow at the birth of Christ.
What?
And he wrote to the local paper saying, "Dear local paper, I was a cow at the birth of Christ. Cheers." And this other bloke in Sheffield read it and wrote to him and went, "I don't believe it, so was I." What are the odds of that? Two blokes, both in Sheffield, and both cows at the birth of Christ. I imagine they actually met up.
Right. What? You had a pint or whatever?
Yeah, but they formed an organisation called Cattle for Christ. True story. No, they meet every year, just the two of them. And they go, remember me at the birth of Christ? Oh, yeah. Did you see it? Oh, I couldn't see a thing. Door shut. And I was chewing a cud. What happened to the donkey? Oh, he's a welder in Cheltenham. Chicken? Yeah. Plays for West Ham. Do you know what happens if you sleep with animals?
What have you heard?
No, I'm just telling you. According to the Bible, what happens if you sleep with animals?
Right.
I think it's Leviticus. It lists them. If you lay down with the stoat or the frog or the newt.
They don't return your phone calls?
No, it's worse than that.
Right.
It's a terrible thing that happens to you. You're smitten in the knees.
That's the problem.
That's what...
What exactly is that?
Well, you just that's what God does to you. Yeah, just terrible knees.
You know that Laura Heard?
Yeah.
You notice how she's always on the old Stena stair lift?
Steve, she's never off her arse.
Hey, she
gets wheeled round, then she gets up on the lift, then she gets lowered in the bath. I've seen her gadgets in the Sundays.
You know all about the slabs. Has she ever lain with an animal?
I think she's had a cockatoo.
I've heard that.
The honey badger has skin which is so thick it can withstand bee stings, porcupine quills, and snake bites.
Right.
That's a skill. But not as good as this one. Hold on. In addition to being tough, the badger's skin is also very loose. So if it is caught by the back of the neck, clapping, right, so you go for it, yeah, badger, back of the neck, what can it do? Nothing. Can't it? Wait a minute. It is able to twist round inside its own skin and bite whatever is holding it.
What?
So it swivels round, and it's suddenly this skinned head comes out of its arse, bites your leg.
Rubbish.
Well, of course it's rubbish. Who put that? I mean,
absolute
What
rubbish.
does that mean? Its skin is so loose, it is able to twist round inside its own skin and bite whatever is holding it.
Badgers are just sort of slopping around.
What is that, a nightmare? Some sort of, Wesley Craven nightmare. So you've got a little badger, furry little badger, right? You think you've got it. You go, come on, it's for your own good. You know, you might be like Tony Soper or David Attenborough. Just like, for your own good, we're going to go and cut your nails, pop a little thing over so we can follow you, eating. But turns round, suddenly it's a bag of skin. This head comes out of its arm, and it rips your face off.
It's like Alien.
I know. It can't be true.
It's like Alien.
It can't be true.
Those are, perhaps they're aliens.
Sinks are the best.
Sinks.
It's just not discussing. Everyone does it. All blokes do it. Anyone who's shared in a hall of residence or, if there's a sink, you go in it. In fact, if there's a sink next to a urinal, go in the sink.
Go in the sink, always the sink.
Of course it is. Everyone does it. Women can't do that. Well, anyway, just
maybe
reminds
they
me.
can. I don't know. If you're a woman and you've done it in the sink, well, no, I don't want to know. Let's not go there.
The first flat I had with my girlfriend many years ago, early to mid-80s, about 84, 85. Anyway, it was a grotty, tiny little bedsit. I was on the dole. Jane wasn't doing a lot anyway. And it was tiny. The kitchen was the bedroom. Quite literally, it had a little entrance hall, and the kitchen was the bed. The bed was down one side, and then down the other side, about like a foot away, there's the fridge, the cooker, and the sink. I could put my hand out if I was lying in bed and touch the fridge. I could stick my leg out and touch the sink, and I could stick my I could touch the cooker.
Well, yeah.
Small flat.
Well, of course it would have.
Tiny, yeah, about a foot away. Anyway, so, and it was like one of those, upstairs was like a couple of girls, and the toilet was a community toilet on the landing. Now, I wake up, I've had a few, there's no way I'm going to put trousers on, go down there, chance of meeting something, hair, whatever. No, the sink, right?
Of course the sink.
And it was quite high, so I remember like doing it on tiptoes, and and then one night, Jane must have woke up, and I just heard her go, at least take the dishes out.
You're a grotty man. You're a horrible man.
Why?
You slept in a kitchen for many years.
Yeah.
You're a horrible man.
But what she didn't realise was, if there was dishes there, it was full of dishes, if you got your hand under if the plate was at the bottom, you could lift up that plate.
Yes.
And just go straight down there.
Right.
Then she said, at least run the water afterwards. Yeah. Fussy.
Oh, there, Rick, how's it going, mate?
I've got a new feature for the Mary Ann Hobbs show. It's a last-ditch attempt to try and save it.
Well, she needs something. She's a woman.
It's a feature.
Go on.
It involves the whole public. They can get involved. I want them to write in, phone in, email, fax, okay? It's called the Hotel of Hate.
A hotel of hate?
It's a conceptual hotel where you put in all your most hated people and things.
Where is it?
Well, it's just conceptual, isn't it? It's like an imaginary...
Can we make it Dorset or... Fine, let the Dorset say Dorset.
Fine, yeah. So, for example...
Weston-super-Mare, because that is a shithole.
It's not important. So, imagine there's 10 rooms. So, for example, in room 1, I put the entire cast of Last of Summer Wine.
All 3 of them sharing a bed?
Yeah, right, bunks. In room 2, I put Lenny Henry. Got nothing against the guy, he's probably a lovely fella. He's never made me laugh. Do you know what I mean? Do you see the point now?
I get how it works.
So, who would you put in?
I'd probably put in famine and disease.
Really?
No, Nookie Bear. Who else would you put in?
Robbie Williams, coming up with the 2 worst lyrics of all time. I had, that's a good line, take it to the bridge, very postmodern. And the other one, the Ricky Lake, tell me things I don't need to know. So he's in now. Do you know what I put in?
Go on.
World oppression.
Really?
No, Mr. Blobby.
I tell you what I put in. Those people whose job it is to replace toilet paper in toilet cubicles. You go in there, there's none left. It's like, they're probably just like junkie smackheads, like, you know.
Do you know what I put in?
Homeless.
That programme onto Room 101.
Oh. Well, it's a good idea, like putting stuff in a room that you hate.
Yeah. Yeah, but a hotel's so much bigger.
Well, exactly.
So, send in your ideas, and at the end of the year, we'll have the top 10 most hated things in Britain for radio and listeners. So send them into Mary Ann Hobbs, Radio 1,
London,
W1N...
4DJ.